Hey everyone, Tony D and Little Joan here on the Screenwriter's Rant. We're going to take a look at the trailer for Space Force, starring Steve Carell and a bunch of other people. It's basically, I guess it's a movie? Doesn't really say. Um, I assume it's a movie about the new Space Force that they're building. I know, Joan. Does it look funny? Meh. Doesn't look that funny. It looks amusing. John Malcovich is in it. It's going to be about spending too much money and the government being inept, but in the end, people pulled together to make it all happen. Most of the trailers, this ridiculous scene of Steve Carell singing a Beach Boys song to relax, and it's kind of not funny. It seems beneath Carell's ability. I mean, this is a guy. This is supposedly from the makers of The Office. I know, Joan. I know. Here, come over here. We're gonna go walkies in a minute, okay? I promise. Yes, we'll go walkies as soon as we watch this horrible trailer. So it just goes on forever here. What is this about? I mean, I basically just told you, right? First act. Um, they had this scene where they announced the Space Force and Carell's going to head it, and he kind of laughs like he thinks it's a joke. And then, he finds out he's going to be the head of the Space Force. And then, he's dealing with his teenage daughter who keeps getting kicked out of school, which I'm sure is a riveting subplot. And, and then he builds the Space Force, and at first it goes horribly, but then it starts to pull together because people of diverse backgrounds pull it all together, and yada, yada, yada. I don't see this being very funny, if it's even meant to be a comedy. I guess it is. Um, you know, to me, if you're going to make fun of Trump, and I assume that this is partly the reason this got greenlit, what you would do is make it insane. Make it like a satire about spending too much money in the government. Instead, it's sort of like they're splitting the difference, and they're going to make Steve Carell kind of nice, but I would make him a total maniac. And it's I guess they're trying to spark a discussion about the militarization of space, but I don't see how you do that in a what feels like a dramedy, maybe, or an unfunny comedy, maybe. This seems beneath all the cast abilities. Jane Lynch is in it, which is why I also think it's anti-Trump. She hates Trump. She hates Trump on Twitter all the time. So I don't know. This doesn't look very good. It's on Netflix. Looks like they spent some money on it. I mean, with the cast they have. So yeah, I mean, it just goes on forever. He sings the song. It's not that funny. It's not that funny. And you're talking a song that's old. You're talking about the Beach Boys, and the like their last big hit, I guess it was. Um, who's this for? Who is this for? You're not going to pull. I guess you're going to pull in old people with that song. I guess you're going to pull in the anti-Trumpers because you're going to make fun of Trump. This is a weak premise for a comedy. It could be good if you were going to like step on the gas and do something like Dr. Strangelove about how messed up it is the U.S. government's getting involved with space, But it doesn't even look that. It doesn't look edgy at all. It looks very soft pedaled. So, sorry, I need a little more edge in my entertainment, and especially in my comedy. If that, in fact, I mean, it's a bad sign that I can't really tell if it's a comedy. I assume it is because Steve Carell is starring in it, and he's kind of going for laughs, but he's not making me laugh. He's not being Brick in Anchorman, where he was hilarious. He's not being Michael Scott. And look, I get it. He doesn't want to play those parts again. He doesn't want to do that for everything, but this is just meh comedy. So, to me, my opinion. Anyhow, we're going to do some walkies. We will see you next time.